auch ein bisschen andere Musik abspielen lassen. Unter anderem eben auch wieder diese Song Requests euch einführen. Weil Hitbox mutet ja nix. Das nimmt nur runter, falls irgendwer Berechtigtes ankommt und sagt, ja, da wird Musik von mir abgespielt, bitte nehmt das runter. Und das ist ja nur in den Pausen und das schneide ich ja dann auch wieder raus und dann kommen halt sozusagen einzelnen Videos mit nur den Spielen halt. Jetzt zum Beispiel nur Higurashi am 30. Januar zum Beispiel. Higurashi vom 30. Januar kommt als einzelnes Video und dann halt zum Beispiel Guacamole vom 30. Januar kommt dann als separates Video und so weiter. So in dem Sinne des Plugin habe ich gemeint. Und ja, jetzt mit den Punkten an sich, wie gesagt, Song Request würde ich ganz gerne wieder mal einführen. Für die Leute, die jetzt halt dann auch die Pause schauen, die jetzt keinen Adblocker oder sowas drin haben. Die können sich dann auch Musik wünschen und so weiter. Aber ansonsten einen anderen Verwendungszweck mit den Punkten müssen wir auch mal schauen, irgendwie, ob's da irgendwie was gibt. Aber egal, zurück zu Higurashi. On top of that, they put together a special exposé themed around the government repressing the citizens and aired it nationally. It worked wonders. Following that, the SWAT teams had their hands cuffed. Day after day, the petitions and demonstrations continued. Propaganda was used to help garner support. The circle of support gradually expanded outwards from Hinamizawa. Either that bore fruit, or the government finally decided against it. It was announced that the dam project was indefinitely suspended just a few years ago. We did everything we could. The entire village banded together and fought. At that time, we were desperate. But now that it's over, it's actually became a pretty good memory. The villagers' feelings of solidarity and unity still haven't faded. Shion said that as she focused off into the distance. I felt that those eyes weren't filled with anguish, but rather a sense of pride. That kind of solidarity is pretty nice. You don't see it too often, bridging the generation gap and unifying the region. I think so too. The dam project was a trial. I think that just the fact we were able to overcome it is huge. The fear I was feeling until just now gradually began to fade. When people began to show up one after another while I was engaged with those thugs, I thought it was frightening. But now I felt from the bottom of my heart that I had been rude. The villagers prepared to defend their homeland to the death, and the sense of solidarity that fostered. It might seem impudent to say this, but I was a little jealous. If I had been in Hinamizawa when the protest against the dam was going on, I might have been able to share in that sense of solidarity. Kei-chan, you weren't here at the time, so I don't think you can fully feel the solidarity in the village, but everybody shares it. Thoroughly. Even with somebody who just moved here like you, Kei-chan. She couldn't have been more right. So many people got together to help me out when I just moved here, even though they were strangers whose names I didn't even know. A hot feeling began welling up inside of me. When I lived in the city, I didn't even know my own neighbors. I thought that was natural, but here, that was an absurd and pathetic thing. Even though I thought of them as strangers, all the other villagers viewed me as comrades. Happiness and warmth. I was actually aware of those feelings as they gradually welled up inside of me. Sonozaki-san, the manager wants you to work the floor. A more senior waitress waved her hand and called out to Shion. It seemed like it was time for work. Ah, okay, I'm coming. Sorry, looks like I have to get to work now. It's fine. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was fun. Oh, are you going home? Yeah. My mom gets fuzzy if I'm not home by dinner time. It seemed that Shion wanted to say something, but she swallowed her words. Like we hadn't talked enough, that kind of feeling. Looking at that expression, I regretted saying something that had disappointed Mion like that. I was about to say that I could stay for a while, for a bit longer, when Shion got up from her seat. Here, if you use the coupon, it should cover the pancakes as well. Saying that, she showed me a coupon booklet as she tore out a few sheets and handed them to me. Convenient, isn't it? It's a perk I get on top of my salary. It's okay. I can pay for the pancakes myself. Hey, being so reserved doesn't fit you, Kei-chan. If I were my sister, you would have gladly let me pay for it, she said as she laughed, gently stopping me from opening my wallet. Being told so with such an encouraging smile really resounded with me. So Zack-san, sorry, could you take care of the register? Ah yes, right away. Later. Today was fun. Saying that, Shion smiled one more time at me. Oh, Mion. Thanks a lot for today. I owe you one. If you really think that, then return the favor. I'm looking forward to it. Geht die nicht drauf ein, dass der Mion gesagt hat und nicht Shion? After said it, I realized I mistakenly called him Mion. I didn't know if she realized it or not. Da steht... Oh, Moment, ich sehe gerade Fehler beim Speichern. Oh. Fehler beim Speichern. Okay, einen kurzen Moment. Das sollte eigentlich, aber das hat es nicht irgendwie gespeichert. Komischerweise. Ja, irgendwie hat Hitbox gerade irgendwie Probleme. Sport. 401 Fehler. Sorry, da ist etwas schief gelaufen. Das ist natürlich schlecht. Geht es vielleicht mit einem anderen Browser? Mal kurz gucken. Okay, mit Opera geht's anscheinend. Gut, dann kurz einen Moment. Higurashi. Watanagashi-hen spielen wir. Speichern. Gespeichert. Gut, jetzt passt. Jetzt sollte es passen. Komisch. Ja, dann benutze ich halt heute mal Opera als Kontrollbrowser. Ist auch okay. Zumindest wenn es mit dem geht. Also jetzt sollte es richtig dastehen. Lazing around and watching television after dinner was part of my daily routine. It might seem like a waste at first glance, but you could say it was an important time when I was able to accrue knowledge of everything from politics to economics to various trivia. After dinner was valuable time well spent. After dinner was valuable time well spent, while the brain was at its most supplied with nutrients. Steht richtig da. Okay, gut. You idiot! It's obvious that Tokyo Tower is taller. Ah! Today I tested my knowledge of trivia by watching my weekly quiz show. Sitting in front of the television, I was able to get a lot of the answers right. But if I were actually up on stage, I'd probably fail miserably. Ding dong! Ding 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 ding! Keiichi! Phone call von Sonosaki-san. Okay. Sonosaki? That's Mion. It was a little late for her to be calling. I had a bad feeling about this. I had a hunch it was something to do with club activities. She was probably going to inform me about what we were doing tomorrow. This was Mion we're talking about. She might even go so far as to say we're doing club activities right now, so hurry up and come over. By the way, it was 8 PM. Hello? No way we're having a club battle right now. Huh? That's not it. I mean... It was Mion, but it was a very un-Mion-like way of talking. Huh? Could it be? Sorry. Could it be you're not Mion, but Shion? That's right. Good evening. I'm sorry for calling so late. For Mion, this would have been an ill-fittingly polite way of talking. But since it was Shion, it was natural. Even though they were both the same person. With a dry smile, I enjoyed that mysterious feeling. No, it's fine. What's up? Kei-chan, do you like sweets, like cakes or desserts? There was no way I hated them. I'm an unabashed glutton. That's great. Actually, there's a new dessert contest this summer. Looks like they have a new dessert menu every season. So they were hiring taste testers for potential desserts. The desserts at Ancient Mort have a good reputation. It's pretty difficult to get accepted as a taste tester. I'll get right to the point. Ta-da! You say, ta-da, but I can't see over the phone. Still, could it be? That's right. I have a taste testing ticket right here. If you don't mind sweets, how about it? When you say, how about it, you basically mean, with that ticket I can eat all the new desserts I want. They say to beware of honey pots, but this is sweeter than any pot of honey. All you can eat free dessert? No way. If you're okay with that, I'll register you as a taste tester. When you come to the restaurant tomorrow, just give the person in charge your name. Then everything will work out. When you say everything will work out, you mean all you can eat for free? Yeah, it's free. There's quite a bit, so I recommend you come hungry. This was such a delectable opportunity, it was almost scary. This was really Shion, right? It wasn't Mion posing as Shion in order to bait me into a trap, was it? What am I saying? They're the same person. Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking, Kei-chan. You're thinking, this is too good to be true, right? I mean, I would never. Hehehe. I heard from my sister, but you're really somebody who can't tell a lie. I'm not averse to somebody like that. Hehehe. Shion laughed with a voice that sounded a lot like how Mion would laugh. It's not like I was intending to on it, but it just so happens that my shift ends early tomorrow. If it's not a bother, I thought maybe we could spend a little time together after I'm done. Your shift ends early tomorrow? Yeah, so while you take your time eating dessert, I'll finish up. Well, I didn't have any plans anyway. I don't mind hanging out with you for a bit. It's not like we have to go anywhere. I was thinking we could cool off in the evening while we take a walk. There was no reason for me to refuse. Out of courtesy, I might as well take her up on her offer. By the way, Kei-chan, you and I have been meeting up every day, haven't we? Now that you say it, I guess we have. Since you said okay, we have an excuse to meet again tomorrow. Huh? What was Mion saying? Ah, Kei-chan, your voice just cracked. What's the matter? Hehe. It wasn't a video phone, but she could tell I was beet red. Well then, you should definitely come tomorrow. I'll take my leave here. Good night. Good night. Xion finished with what she had called to say, ended the conversation without any chit-chat. When I returned to the living room after hanging up the phone, the TV was already off and my mom was sleeping in the rocking chair. Not feeling like turning the TV back on, I went back upstairs and returned to my room. I've only been receiving favors from Xion, haven't I? She brought me a bento and saved me when I got involved with those thugs. She was supposed to be a different person, so I could thank Mion at school. Come to think of it, she'd probably just say she'll pass it on to her sister. I have to thank Xion directly. Tomorrow I'll have to repay her somehow. Ding, ding, ding. Kapitel zu Ende. Ja. Sehr schön. Mit dem Husten und so weiter, mit der Erkältung ist sowieso nicht so besonders gut, wenn ich da sehr viel vorlese. Speichern. Ende von Kapitel 4. So.